Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Coach JC. Everyone gather around should be going today. Today's topic is don't lose a woman who has your heart over a woman who's just simply giving you attention. Bottom line, the one that's giving you her heart is going to be the one that's going to be longevity, going to be the one that's there with you, the thick and thin. When you have money, we don't have money, when you're going through stress, when you're going through heartaches, and it's just not really worth it trying to deal with a woman that doesn't have your best interests, you know. Like I said, it might be all good for eye candy, but in reality, in the long run, it's not gonna manifest to a whole bunch. You know, especially you get into your temptation, you get into your lust, you out here looking at different women. Like I said in different videos, you gotta stay focused, you gotta stay disciplined, you know, you gotta have containment, you know, you gotta be, you gotta control your dog. You can't be out there letting it wild out. You gotta contain it, you know, be like, hey, you know, you gotta sit down, boy, like, you know, just like a pet, or anything you own, you gotta train it. So you gotta just, you know, do your best when you're out there with your woman. Make sure you're taking care of her mentally, financially, emotionally, spiritually. You know, just do things that you know you're supposed to do, or things that you know that you want done to you. And it should be a reciprocation on both cases of both genders. You know, it shouldn't just be you're doing everything, she's doing everything. I should be able to match up in the middle. And then, like I said, she has your heart. You know, 9 times out of 10, she's not really going anywhere. And you gotta realize, women, they get more attention, they get hit on 10 times more than men. You know, with us, we be lucky a woman smile at us or give us a wink or any of that, you know. So you have to really just be cautious, be aware of it. You know, like I said, women, they could easily got men in their DMs. They got guys who've been hollering at them past 4 or 5 years, 10 years ago. They got guys coming out the woodworks. They got ex-boyfriends, ex-husbands trying to holler at them. New guys always trying to entertain them. They got guys on their job, guys at the beauty supplies, at the airport. Yeah, they're everywhere. You know, maintenance man be trying to holler at them. So it's like, you know, they really want to cheat. They really want to get something on the pop, and they can easily find that. So you, like I said, you just maintain, just because you see a few chicks looking at you or whatever, just like, okay, that's cool, but I gotta stay focused. You know, that's why I always bring home my wife and I. Like I said, I really don't be associating myself with a whole lot of people. Like I said, I don't want a whole lot of people in my circle. You know, like I said, time was so when, you know, dealing with my wife, my daughter, they're enough, they're a handful, let alone dealing with multiple women. So, like I said, for me, I'm good on all that. You know, it's like, it might be good for a little while, but it's like, at the same time, it gets old, it gets boring. It's like, you know, you want something substantial, you want something you want some kind of longevity, you know. Maybe for a short run, like I said, you're in your teenage years, early 20s, that might be a cool thing to do, but like, you know, yeah, you're later 20s, early 30s, you just kind of want something different, you know. I was able to find that. Covenant, my wife, like I said, we'll be 5 years in, we're married, so I'm very blessed to see that, very blessed to see, you know, how much we're maturing, how much we're growing, how much we're pouring into one another, and how much we're really just trying to keep getting better each and every day. You know, I clap her up, she claps me up, so it's like, it works hand in hand, you know. That's what all is about: teamwork, commitment, trust. You know, you gotta have all that. You know, you got all the ingredients to make the formula work. You know, you missing one, then you don't have a good tasting product. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, you just because you get a little eye candy, you get a little wild on your post, or just, you know, you might be working out. Now you're noticing women are kind of looking at you a little bit differently. But don't forget that the one who's been with you through thick and thin, you know, that's the one you need to stick with. And sad reality, those are the one ladies that we kind of discard, and we kind of get with a new one thinking that she's gonna be different. But nah, stick with the one who's there for you, committed, and y'all both enjoy each other's company, and y'all both chase God together, and y'all, you know, try to keep striving for better, greatness, motivate, inspire each other. You know, like I said, it's what y'all in labor for, it's what y'all in a marriage for, or a relationship. Keep growing, keep building, don't get stagnant, don't get complacent, keep trying to wish the best for each other. You know, clap each other's accomplishments and just keep trying to grow and develop and try to be each other's piece. But yeah, what's your thoughts about this topic? Feel free to comment below. Till next time out, Coach JC.